Next, importance of bones. So what is the importance? See, the page number 12. The bones are an important component of the skeletal system as they provide a framework around which the body is built. So besides providing shape to the body, bone performs various other functions. Some reasons why bones are important to the body are as follows. So why the bones are very important to our human body? Let's see. The first one is protection. Bones protects the delicate internal organs of the body. For example, skulls protects brain and rib cage protects lungs and the heart. So, what is the use of a bone? It protects the internal organs. For example, skull protects the brain. Skull is a major bone and rib cage protects the lungs and the heart. That's why we need a bone. Next one is support. So, and also gives supports to the body. Bones provides attachment point for muscles and other tissues. So what is the use? They attach points for muscles and other tissues. Bones of legs and vertebral column hold up the body. Nearly all organs are supported by bones in one or the other way. Next one is movement. Movement of bones is very important. Different voluntary movements are performed due to the combined actions of skeletal system, bones and joints. And next one is production of blood cells. Red blood cells and the white blood cells are produced by a jelly-like substance called bone marrow present inside the bone. Next one is mineral storage. So bones store minerals like calcium, phosphorus and helps in maintaining the level of these minerals inside the body. So what is the importance of the body? It protects, it gives support and it gives movement to do different voluntary movements and its production of blood cells and mineral storage. So these are the importance of the bones. Next point comes to joints. So already we know 4 types of joints are there. Let's see page number 13. The places where 2 or more bones meet or join together are called joints. So, the place where 2 bones meet together is called a joint. For example, see our hand. Here the 2 bones are joined together. So, it's called joint. The bones are held together at joint by strong tissues called ligament. It is due to the presence of the joint that can be bend and move different parts of our body. So because of the joints only we can move our body parts easily. So what are the types of joints? Let's see. Joints are of 2 types, that is one is movable and one is immovable. So most of the joints are movable except the joints in the tooth socket and in the skull. So many joints are movable but only the tooth socket and the skull bones are immovable. So there are 4 types of movable joints. What are they? The hinge joints, ball and socket joints, pivot joints and gliding joints. These are the 4 joints. So the first one is hinge joints. So see the picture of hinge joints. See, this is the picture of hinge joints. Can you see the picture? Yeah. So this is hinge joints. Hinge joints allows back and forth movement in one direction only. So this joints only it moves in one direction. Similarly to the hinges of the doors, bones in the elbow, knees, toes and fingers have hinge joints. So these hinge joints where it is present at the elbows, knees, toes and fingers. Here the hinge joints are present. Okay. Next. So after hinge joints it's ball and socket joint. So here it is. See the picture of ball and socket joint. So this is the picture of ball and socket. The ball-like end, one bone fit into the cup-like cavity of the other bone. It allows movement in all directions. So this ball and socket joints, it moves in all direction. Shoulder and hip joints are of these types. So what are the joints, shoulder and hip joints are the ball and socket joints. So hinge joints only moves in one direction, but this allows movement in all direction. And the next one is pivot joint. See here the pivot joint. It is the between head and the neck. So pivot joint, see here the picture. Pivot joint allows rotation only. In this joint, the rounded surface of one ball fits into a ring formed by the other bone joint between the neck and the head is a pivot joint. So this joint allows only rotation. Clear? The next one, gliding joint. See, this is the picture of gliding joints. This is the joint. Gliding joint allows the bones to glide over each other. Bones of wrist and ankle have gliding joints. So this joint is there between wrist and ankle. So next, important of joints. Bones are rigid structure that cannot bend. Joint provides flexibility to our body by allowing bones to move in different directions. So different types of joints provides movement in certain directions only. So some are only moves in one direction and some are move all directions. So thus we can say that joints are the points of movement within the skeletal system and hence are an important component of our body. So next comes to muscles. See here. Muscles are of three types, that is skeletal, smooth and cardiac. Skeletal muscles where it's present arms, legs, feet and neck. Here we are getting skeletal muscles and the next one is smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are where it's stomach, intestine and urinary bladder. So where here we find smooth muscles. And the next one is cardiac muscles. It is in only heart. So let's see. Page number 14. Muscles are bundle of elastic fibers. So what are the muscles? Muscles are a bundle of elastic fibers. They are very flexible and thus bring about movement of all body parts. So these are the types of muscles. There are three types of muscles present in our body, that is skeletal, smooth and cardiac muscles. Next, turn the page. Skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscles are the muscles that we use to move around. These are voluntary muscles as their movement is controlled by us. So, these muscles are controlled by us. So, they remain attached to the bones by a special tissue called tendon. So, this type of muscles is called tendon. Muscles of arms, legs, feet and necks are the examples of skeletal muscles. So, where we find these type of muscles? Only in the arms, legs, feet and neck. We find skeletal muscles in these areas. Next, smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are the present in the internal organs of our body. They are involuntary muscles. Means this cannot be controlled by our body. So they move in own direction or own movement. Stomach, intestine and urinary bladder. Here we cannot control. Their movement is not under our control. Muscles of stomach, intestine and urinary bladder are the some examples of smooth muscles. So here we find smooth muscle in their stomach, intestine and urinary bladder. Here we find the smooth muscles. And the last one is cardiac muscles. The muscles that make up the heart are known as cardiac muscles. So these muscles only we see in heart. So they are also involuntary muscles. This is also not controlled by us. They are specialized to perform continuous movement for pumping blood to all our body. So it is continuation movement for pumping blood to our body. So see the pictures here. Skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles and smooth muscles. See the picture. Diagrams. This is skeletal muscles. And this is cardiac. Cardiac is only for heart and skeletal is arms, legs and feet. This one. And smooth muscles are in the stomach, means intestines and urinary bladder. We find these smooth muscles. Can you see this diagram? See, skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles and smooth muscles. Clear? Next, importance of muscles. So, just like importance of bones, here also muscles are very important for our body. So muscles are important in various ways. They control the movement of bones. They provide movement of the internal organs for performing important activities within the body. For example, continuous movement of cardiac muscles let the heart to pump blood. Similarly, the food moves from mouth to stomach by the movement of muscles of esophagus. Muscles are also regulates body heat. So these are the important things about muscles. Next, turn the page. Care of bones, muscles and joints. So how to take care of these things? Because of bones, muscles and joints, we can't do any work or we cannot do any movement in our body. So first we have to take care of these things. So how will you take care? As we have learned that bones and joints are an important part of our body, it is important to take care of them. So we can keep our bones and joints healthy in the following ways. So how to keep our body, bones and joints healthy? So let's see. Eating a balanced amount of food items that makes bones and muscles strong. So what we have to take? We have to take the balanced diet or balanced amount of food. Taking proper rest, maintaining a good posture and doing regular exercise. These are the ways to take care of bones, muscles and joints. And the next one is food for skeletal system. What is the best food for skeletal system is? Listen. See page number 16. Our body requires calcium, vitamin D and proteins for healthy bones and muscles. So what are the food we have to take? More calcium and vitamin D and proteins type of food we have to take. So vitamin D and calcium, where we find this type of vitamin C? Vitamin D helps the body to absorb calcium from food. So what is the use of vitamin D? It absorbs the calcium from the food. Calcium strengthens our bones. It also keeps our muscles active as it helps in muscles contraction. Growing children need more calcium and vitamins for their growing bones. So the children especially needs this type of vitamins. Leafy vegetables like spinach and cabbage, almonds, milk, cheese and curd are the rich sources of calcium. So these type of food we have to take. What? Leafy vegetables, spinach, cabbage, almonds, milk. These type of food you have to take to keep the healthy bones and muscles. Next one is sunlight promotes the production of vitamin D by the body, and also sunlight also production of vitamin D. Next part is proteins. These are the building blocks of muscles. They are required in the growth and repairs of muscles. Sources of proteins include milk, cheese, egg, soya beans, pulses, fish and meat. So these type of food we have to take for our skeletal system. And the next part is the role of good posture and regular exercise. How to do the exercises? See, posture is the position in which we hold our body during standing, sitting and laying. So good posture you have to take to do regular exercise. What are that? Pressure on the backbone. Sitting with bent back, put pressure on backbone. So never you have to bend your backbone and sit. You have to always straight. Not like this. You have to straight it will be. So then this can lead to severe back pain or muscle pain. So always you have to take the correct posture. See there? The correct standing posture is this one. See here 3 are there. It is bending. So it is not a good posture. This is also wrong. This is the correct posture of standing. So to stop backache or muscle pain, you have to take this posture and you have to do the exercise. And here also see sitting position. This is wrong. You have to sit at the backbone is always should be straight. Okay. So this is the correct one. So physical activity is also important for all age groups. Children who exercise regularly develop strong bones, joints and muscles. So if you do exercise regularly, it will develop our bones, joints and muscles. Such children remains active throughout their day. So physical activities may include walking, running, dancing, playing outdoor games and yoga. So physical activities, what are they? Walking, running, dancing, playing and outdoor games and yogas. These are the exercises you can do it. So by this we have completed our chapter Human Body, the Skeletal System. I hope you all understood. Practice it well. In the next class we will do the exercises. Thank you. Have a good day.